Hi there, I'm Deanna. Welcome to the Trumpet Study Project, the Clodomir edition. It's a series of videos for trumpet players building, or like me, rebuilding their trumpet playing skills. In this video, I'm going to play Clodomir's study number 8 from his 70 Little Studies book, and then I'm going to talk about what I do to set myself up for success when I'm practicing these or other studies or other music that I'm going to play. Basically, you could kind of call it a habit or a routine that I'm going to talk about. I find that it helps me when I get into working on the study, and it leads to a really important and helpful outcome, a real key to success for easier playing. Let's dive in. Here's my current best version of Clodomir's study number 8, followed by a trip into the practice room to talk about setting yourself up for success. Well, this video is about setting yourself up for success, as I mentioned at the beginning. It's for helping you when you get to practicing this or other studies. First, I'm going to share the kind of things I do to prepare myself to work on a study like number 8. And then at the end, I'm going to share the biggest outcome from this, essentially this habit. And that outcome is a really important key to successful playing generally. So, well, every day I do a specific warm-up on my trumpet that is gentle and generally slurred. It's a super important part of my daily routine, and I'll be developing a whole video about it soon. But in this video, I want to talk about what I do to transition from the slurred and gentle warm-up to practicing something like Clodomir number 8, or any other kind of music that comes next. In the case of Clodomir, these studies have a lot of short, pecky tonguing, big interval jumps, and notes that go to and even above the staff. But you see, even with my warm-up, my main warm-up, if I were to just jump into playing Clodomir, well, I'm not actually really ready to do that. I'm not quite ready for that kind of playing that we find in these studies, pretty much all of the studies. What I need to do is warm up the various aspects of the study that I need to be able to play or work on playing in order to play Clodomir. And with study number 8, there are 3 main ones I'm going to focus on here. So to do this, we're going to jump into my practice session, and we're going to let practicing Deanna talk about what she's doing to get ready to work on Clodomir number 8. So I am sitting down to work on number 8. I've warmed up, I took a little bit of a break, and this is my get-go to look at number 8. I have played it a little bit already and practiced it yesterday and probably last week. But I'm sitting down again, and I haven't done a lot of tonguing. A lot of my warm-up is slurred, so what I'm first going to work on is just warming up my tongue and getting it going. So that's what this is. I'm just going up to that G. I haven't played a G. Well, I played one about half an hour ago in my warm-up, but not a lot of Gs. And not tongued. So also still warming up that part of my range and finding it and getting it centered. So again, this is just what I'm doing. Just getting started. So I'm practicing number 8, but I'm warming up aspects of number 8, like the tongue, the range, the style, I haven't worked on the dynamic yet. It's piano. We'll get to that in a minute. I want to get everything else started, and this is how I ease into things. And given I haven't played anything else of this nature yet in my day, this is what I'm doing. If I'd already been playing, because I've got some other things I'm working on, if I'd already been playing that, tonguing and range and whatever, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing at the moment. But like I say, this is my get-go with this. So the next thing that I did was I started playing the study, but at a slower pace and without the metronome. I do this because I'm still finding things, finding the notes. And just to clarify what I mean by finding the notes, I mean finding the centers so that when I play them, I play them accurately, as in the right pitch, but also that I'm centering on them and I'm filling out the tone. Again, this sets me up for successfully playing the notes when I get going at a faster speed and finally up to full speed. Funny notes happen. And they are funny. I laugh at them. They're funny. Like, I'm still getting my face. Obviously, I needed to work up the bottom range, the bottom notes. Yeah, whatever. They just happen. So in working on finding the notes, there may be some funny notes. It's just the body adjusting to playing the trumpet again after, well, what were you just doing before you sat down to play? You see, this work is still part of your transition from whatever you were doing before to what you're doing now. I find it's a highly beneficial part of my practicing. Moving on, it was time to bring out my metronome and find the beat. I like using the metronome because, well, along with aiming to play the study as written at the tempo that's been indicated, I find the metronome helps me see my progress and move it forward as well as it helps me play with a steadier beat. Let's move on. Let's get going on this thing. Metronome. I think my notes are there. I'm not sure if all my notes are there, but we're gonna get this show on the road. Let's try 108. Find the tempo. Up. Getting that. I need to do it. I need to find the tempo, how the eighth notes sit. Now it's time to talk about what I mentioned earlier. Big, important outcome. Dare I say, crucial. And it's from the work that we've been doing before we really dive into practicing a piece of music. You want this outcome. That is, as well as you can attain it, because it's an important key to successful playing. And even if you're only partially there, you're on your way there. So, all right, what am I talking about? Well, maybe you can relate to this. When I first pick up the trumpet on any given day and I start playing, my body most often feels tight. And one big thing that is going to be affected is my breathing. It's going to be tight. But not just that, my face, my lips, everything is stiff. But there's a way to combat this, because one of the biggest outcomes from this preamble playing that we've just covered is that I relax and I limber up. I settle down. My body begins to feel ready to go. I become more flexible, notes come out more easily, and this lets me play the lower notes and the higher notes with less effort. They sound better too. That's a nice thing. And the truth is, this isn't so different from any sport. All athletes do some sort of warming up and limbering up. Playing the trumpet is very physical, so doing things to limber yourself up will help you play more easily and thus play more effectively. A huge key to success for a trumpet player is to be relaxed, and the sooner in your practice session that you can get there, the better. So build the habit to warm up your tonguing, your pitching, finding the centers, warming up your face for what's coming, whatever music you're playing. And just a note, building the habit to remember to take the time to warm up the skills you're going to be using in your playing, whether it's practicing or performing. Building this habit may not happen overnight, but you can do it. You can develop this habit. If you want to know about the superpower you have for successfully developing habits like this and other skills, check out the video at the bottom of the screen. And when study number 9 is ready, it's going to be right at the top here. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up as it really supports the channel. And leave a comment. I'm really curious to know what your favorite part is from this video. That's it. Keep playing, keep practicing, keep building your habits. See you next time.